Okay, thanks everybody for joining. I'm so glad you came here. This might be a bit of some same information you might have heard before, but I promise there'll be some new content and new things that we've been learning as we've been working on our business every day. And we've been connecting. And I want to connect the dots in a way that maybe people don't really see all the things that we're trying to do and all the ways that you could take advantage of how we're enabling our business to be successful and our business to take advantage of the ways that we're working it. And I just wanted to be able for everybody to see how it all fits together one more time. And so this is really when I talk about working our business, it's the combination of all the stuff that we've been doing. So one, we do bi-weekly opportunity calls where we're not really doing super Monate, detailed meat Monates. We're really just trying to connect people with our stories and touch them in a way that they feel this culture and place feels like a great place to be. And that's the strategy we've got for these opportunity calls. We will touch a little bit on the amazing products, maybe what they do for us, things like that, but we won't go into gory detail on the meat. We won't go through the steps for the meat. You know, we're doing these opportunity calls for a very specific reason, and we'll go through that in just a few minutes and connect all the dots again for you. So we do the opportunity calls. I talk about I talk about working your 70s list, and I'm going to go back through the steps of what that means and how it all brings it all back together so that you guys hear maybe some of the tips. And I know Patty's on here and she's always giving me more tips all the time anyway. So we're kind of learning from each other and we continue to evolve our understanding of how to work this business. And then we'll bring it back full circle on how it helps you stay connected with everybody and everything you do. So thank you all for joining. I kind of put a little more delay in that introduction because I wanted a few more people to join, and we got 20 people. So I'd say let's just go full on in. So again, the number one thing you want to do to work your business, and I'm going to try to keep this to 30 minutes, to end at 7-ish. But what you want to do to try to work your business, the very first thing every time you're working your business and you're working with your market partners is you're going to connect with them and find out what it is they want. It's not about you when you're talking to your market partners, it's all about them. And you want to find out what goals they have, what dreams they have, how big they want this business to be. You've got to have those conversations. You shouldn't be doing it through a chat, a text. You got to get on the phone, maybe a video call, face to face, see how they are, understand what they really want out of this business, and have that basis of understanding every time you go into a conversation with your market partners. So your goal is obviously you want to work your business and you want to help your team steer through their business. And I'm suggesting this simple approach to help your entire team do the same thing. And if they see you working your business and you guys are communicating through the same mechanisms and tools and updates, and you become accountability partners for each other, you guys will run together. And again, it all starts with you working your business. And when you're engaging your market partner, understanding where they want to take it. So understanding their goals, understanding the time commitment they're going to put in to work their business, understanding that they need to put in time to work their business. And so you have all these conversations. So once you get through that, it's back to what do you do every day when you show up to work your business? And what do they do every day when they show up to work their business? And it's for me, it's very simple stuff. Every single day I show up to work my business, I'm going to figure out some social media content that I'm going to put up. I'm going to target putting up 3 posts a day, whether it's in groups, whether it's on my personal page. I make sure that I try to target everything that I'm talking about. You try to spread out the content so it's certainly not about Monate and saying, hey, we have a great products, love these. You're really trying to entertain, be creative, show some part of your personality. I think there's some people who do great social media training activities, and I think it's great to pick that up. I think that might be what Mandy's doing at 7 p.m. today if I recall. She's doing social media training. So I definitely didn't want to run into her time slot. I want to try to us to leverage that if you guys are joining that, because that's really what you want to do. And I think I've had that social media training and it's pretty good. However, moving on from that, you're going to put your posts together. You're going to have a plan for your posts. You're going to spread them out over the day. You're going to make sure they're entertaining, engaging, because you're trying to be likable and you're trying to let people see your personality online. Because the entire thing, this whole business is about relationships, guys. We are trying to connect with other people, and we're trying to use our Facebook and our social media or Instagram, and we're trying to reach out to and find people that we want to be connected with, that have a chemistry with us, that care about the stuff that we're talking about. They don't care about the stuff we're not talking about, or if they're not interested, find somebody else. And that's what we're trying to do with those things. The next thing you're going to do every single day is you're going to connect with new people. You're going to add them. You're going to follow them. You're going to reach out to them. You're going to try to find new people that you're going to build a new relationship with. So whether you're in the coffee shop, whether you're in, your mom and me groups, or your dog lovers group, or your Army wives group, or whatever the case might be, you're in something that's passionate, you're in line at Starbucks, you're somewhere, talk about this with somebody and get their details, friend them on Facebook, whatever it is, connect with them. And you want to bring them into your circle, and you want to add, I like to see we add 5 people a day onto our list. And if you're working the 70s list, you're going to write those 5 names down on the list, and you are going to, on purpose, work to connect with them over the next 14 days, every single day in some way. And you're going to try to build a relationship with them. And if you're going into groups and you're commenting on groups, and you're basically go into a group and it's a mom and me group, or I like to play poker, right? So if it's some kind of poker group, I'll see some posts and I'll be able to engage with the people that are on that post to find ways to build a relationship so they see me. So it's maybe I'm commenting on them. Now, when I pick the person, I'm picking somebody that I think I can build chemistry with. They look like somebody that I might be my best friend. And that's what I'm looking for in there. And then I pay attention and say, well, do they have a girlfriend that looks like she might want Monat or use Monat or sell Monat? That's how I have to work it. You might be able to do it a little more straightforward. Or is it a dude who has hair loss and I can help with that? So we're doing that. We might look in while we're trying to add people. We might go to our own friends list. We might say, our friends list we have not loved on everybody in our friends list. And I know if I just go down my friends list, I go, oh my gosh, there's somebody else I didn't love on enough. Let me try this person. And I'll put them on my 70s list with the intention that the next 14 days, I'm going to reach out to them and I'm going to connect with them in ways that we'll talk about as we go forward. And that's what I'm going to try to do. So I find those people. I look at birthday reports, people who don't have a birthday today, but have a birthday coming up. And I find those people who are going to have a birthday coming up, because guess what? In 3 days, they'll see me say happy birthday along with 500 other people. But what they will see is they'll start seeing me more because I'm putting them on my list. I'm going to reach out to them tomorrow, and then on their birthday, and then after their birthday. And I'm going to reach out in an authentic way. It's always about authentically how you're trying to connect with them. It's authentically how you think you can establish a relationship with them. If they're in a soccer club, you're going to talk about soccer stuff, right? And you're going to keep it authentically about soccer stuff. If it's mom or me, how do I solve mom and me problems? Or how do I make a fun play date, or in COVID, or whatever the case might be, right? You're going to keep it authentic. You're going to communicate with them. They'll see you through those means. And that's what you want to really accommodate. So you're going through that. You're adding your 5 people to your list. You're going to do that every single day. We're just reiterating the 70s list for those who need it reiterated. And it's good to talk about it because I want to make sure everybody's doing this. You're taking those 5 people. Tomorrow, you're adding 5 more to your list. And then you're going through everybody on your 70s list that you've added. And if you're starting today, add somebody on those 5 people on the list. And tomorrow you're adding 5 people and you're going to you'll have 10 people on your list. You're going to authentically connect with those first 5 people that you added today, tomorrow. And then the next day you'll have 15 people on the list. And by the end of each day, you'll have gone through and you'll have done activities to build the relationship with those people. And we'll talk again more about those activities, but that's what you're trying to do. And so over a 14-day period, you've got 70 people on a list. You've got 5 people that you added 14 days earlier, and they should have a check mark against their name or some way that you track it that says, I've reached out to this person and connected with this person over the last 14 days. And so when you do that, you'll get to a 14-day 70-person list that you forever, for the rest of your life in Monate, should continue to maintain and add 5 new people. People tell me all the time, I feel stuck. I just don't think I'm growing fast enough. I haven't found my working partner. If you're stuck, ask yourself how many people you added today, how many people you connected with authentically today. Your answer is always lame. Sorry, this is not the love session. This is the tough love session. You know whether or not you've added the people every day for the last 14 days. And if you're not following the 70 list, part of our job in Monate is to reach out to new people all the time. That's just, I'm not telling you anything new here. It's, are you doing that? And it doesn't take a ton of time. It takes work. It does take work, but you can ask yourself, have I done the work to increase the funnel of people that I'm being friends with and connecting with and building that chemistry and making a relationship into something where they trust me? People buy stuff from people they trust. You know, you're going to recommend to your friends that trust you, you're going to recommend that movie you watch, that restaurant that you're going to eat at, that clothes that you like. You're doing the same thing with your hair, skin, and wellness products. And so you're trying to build that relationship. Okay, so after you've added the people for that day and you start to go through your 70s list, again, if it's only 5 people, 10 people, it'll get there. Just keep at it every single day. What you're going to do next is you are going to, on purpose, with most of that 70s list, because they're newer relationships, you are going to comment and like and engage them. You're going to take that name, figure out what they did on social media today, and find out if they did anything. And if they did something, you're going to see, can I authentically engage them or not on that engagement? If they did some kind of funny post, you can laugh, you can share a GIF, you can do whatever you can to try to be seen by them. You can ask them a question. You can authentically engage them and say, this is something, oh my gosh, this was so useful for me today. Thank you. Keep sharing. I love your posts. Whatever it is, as long as it's from your heart, you will deepen your relationship with them. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you haven't seen this happen yet, the minute you start engaging somebody and you do it in an authentic way and they see you, I guarantee you'll get notifications of them liking other stuff on your Facebook or your social media feed. You'll find that they are starting to engage you because you've started to engage them. They see your stuff. And that's just how it works. That people then get curious about, oh, I haven't talked to this person in a while. They get curious about it. And then they'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And it really just works. What if they didn't do anything today? What do you do? Well, this is another great example of, if they did nothing today, you could, if you're in a group, it's possible you can you could maybe comment on a post and tag them in something that is relevant to what you've engaged with them before. Or you can take one of your posts that are an engagement post. You know, this is where you take one of those posts where it's like, whatever it is, it's like I did it with a picture of me and a dog. And instead of just putting the post up and not really saying the right things, you want to tag people who are on your 70s list. Don't tag your friends. Your friends are already going to see this. Don't tag your Monate people. The Monate people are going to see this. Go out of your way to tag people on your 70s list and entertain them. If it's one of those engagement posts on Facebook where it's like, hey, y'all are going to the party and this one ate too much, this one drank too much, this one got arrested, stuff like that, instead of taking what Facebook will just teach you to do, which will all be the friends that are probably in Monate already, or the people you talk to all the time, tag people in your 70s list. You want to add their names to the list, okay? And that's really the key here is you're engaging them, you're asking them comments, you are finding a way to deepen your relationship. Now, you're going to continue that conversation. And then when you ask the right question and you've got a deeper relationship and you're going further down on your 70s list, you are going to run into a point where you now can enter into a private message conversation with them. It's not the right, you'll be in a chat, you'll be responding to their post, and you might say something, say, oh, well, that's really interesting. Do you mind if I message you? Or just, yeah, you could ask them if you want to message, or just let them know, oh my gosh, that brings up this interesting point. Let me PM you. And you go into a private message chat authentically about what you've already been talking about. It's not about Monate yet. And then later on, as the relationship builds, you can start to introduce Monate. They might see it on your homepage, right? Because they're seeing your stuff more often. And you're going to continue to do this for the 14 days. And at the 14-day mark, you're going to make a decision about each one. And this is where I really want to touch base on how this part connects to the rest of the things that I'm recommending we're doing. Okay. So the simple one is you block people who are crazy, racist, not your guy. Okay. You're going to block them, forget about them, move on. That's great. It feels good to get rid of that person from your life. Then you're going to unfollow. Probably a lot of people will be unfollowed that you don't think are really the people that you haven't had that chemistry where you're really going to go all in with them yet. So you're going to unfollow them and you're going to put them on the back burner. But then there's the people that you're going to go all in. Now there's two things that happen with the unfollow people. I want to address that in a minute, but the main thing you're going to do when you find those people that you have that chemistry with and you say, I'm going to help solve this person's problem. I'm going to be the problem solver for this person. They might be my new best friend, whatever it is. And with a new best friend, I'm telling you right now, if you find that new best friend and you built that relationship and that chemistry, you guys want to hear from each other. When you comment on something and the little notification pops up, they get excited and want to see that notification. You know the same thing when you get that person that you are engaged with, right? And you get that little ding and you go, oh yeah, I get to talk to this person. It's not for everybody, but the ones that you do, you want to go within the next 24 hours, you are going into a relationship conversation. You're building on that relationship. You're going into a conversation about Monate. You're making a decision at the end of the 14 days with this class of people that are those new best friends, are those people that you've built that rapport and that great chemistry with. You are going in and you are finding out if they're interested in Monate. You're going to ask them the question. You're going to get them on a one-on-one call. You're going to get them on a three-on-one call, maybe with your upline. Whatever it is, you're going to connect with them. And in the next 24 hours, you're going to make a decision with them on how they're going to take a step forward with Monate or not. And you're going to present the business opportunity. You are going to present maybe the hair care, skincare, or wellness, maybe it all. You're going to try to get in a consultation to help them solve whatever their life needs solved. And Monate could be the answer for them. But I wanted people to be crystal clear. 100% of that end at the 14-day is to take those people and do the hard press in an authentic way through your heart to try to get them connected with Monate in one way or another. And they're going to say yes, or they're going to say no, or they're going to say no, not now. They're going to say payday. They're going to say all kinds of stuff that are going to give you a decision that they're either in there or they're not. And now the thing about it is when they say no, not now, when you're going through your 70 list, you can always search for people that said not now or flash sale or whatever in Messenger. You can find those people again. If you're using Instagram primarily, they don't have a search in Messenger, you might need to write those names down in an email or somewhere, you don't have to remember it. You have to put some keyword somewhere that says, I'm going to find you again when I'm looking, not just, so you can find them again. Okay. And so that's what you do. And you've gone in and tried to sell them. Now, let's come back to the opportunity calls. So we've got an opportunity call every Tuesday and Sunday in Rockstars. If you guys are using this, and I recommend, there's no reason why you wouldn't. Okay. You should be inviting people to these calls. We're giving away 2 free products. Now, somebody asked me, well, it's kind of like, why you're giving away 2 free products and you're inviting people there for the giveaway, but it's like inviting them really, are you really closing those people? Are you doing, you know what I mean? And the reality is this, the reason we do the opportunity calls is not for the person that you just did that. You said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get you on the phone call and I'm going to make a decision with you today, when at the end of the 14 days. That's not why we're really doing the opportunity call. That might be a surprise to some people, but the reason we're doing it is for the not nows. It's for the people that you've unfollowed and or it's the people with upcoming birthdays. It's the people you search and say, hey, I'm interested in new product that might come out. It's those people that are in your friends list that you have not signed up with Monate yet. They're kind of on the back burner. They're not on your 70s list. They might be on the 70s list near the end where you're going to say, oh, I'm going to throw them in a giveaway because maybe that'll spark their interest. But what you're doing is, what we're doing with these is we're giving you a chance for the people that are unfollowed, the people that have birthdays coming up, the people that you can search and say, hey, can you, you said no, but we've got a free giveaway. You might like this product. And the reason why is because we're going to connect them with different people who are going to tell them a story, and it's going to be something that goes right into their heart very often. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to connect people with people that we know and love in this business so that they can hear the story of what a great company this is to be part of, how it changed my life in ways I've never expected. All of those things are what we're trying to do here. And when we get them there, and we'll tell a little bit about the opportunity, the great culture, the company, but we're not doing the hard sale, because the hard sale was for those 14 dayers that you did try to hard sale on. It's for the people that are floating around, watching your story, might show up in 3 years saying, hey, I got this. And it's for the majority of your Facebook list. So when we do these power hours that we do, we start up Messenger. We say, who's active right now on Messenger? And what it means is we're going to randomly target all the people that we unfollowed, all the people that we've said no and not now, all the people that might have birthdays coming up. We're going to randomly target all those people, because if they're active right now, it's kind of a random way to get through all of your Facebook connections, all of your social media connections, to try to get them interested. And guess what? When maybe they'll hear a story they love and they connect with, maybe they'll win a free product. And then if they win a free product, maybe they're going to fall in love with it, because they're going to. And maybe they'll be able to go, oh yeah, now I do want that. And it's, invite VIPs there. That's what the opportunity calls. It's to let them connect with somebody that they haven't heard from before in a way that grabs into their soul and says, wow, this is a company and a culture that I want to be part of. And that's what you guys want to do. Thanks for joining, whoever it was. It's almost 7 o'clock. That's the part I think people need to realize. All of this is so interconnected that you guys need to understand that that's why we're doing it. So while you might be working your 70s list, or maybe you're not working it enough, please work it enough. Go back and realize the connection between all of this. If you're doing it with this, you never forget a person in your friends list. You always have an opportunity to bring them. So these opportunity calls, and you can use your own opportunity calls, whatever they are, but take advantage of those. Use your entire friends list always. Now, I'm going to tell you guys at 7 o'clock, there is another call for some of the people that are attending. If not, I'm doing we'll call it a Power Mini, 30 minutes of inviting for the opportunity call tomorrow. So whoever wants to stay in here with me, that's what I'm planning on doing for the next 30 minutes. It's about bringing those people in your friends list, having an opportunity to hear a great story. And tomorrow's, I just love this woman. She's amazing, and it'll be a great one. So, and she'll connect with so many. I just know she will. And so, you guys, it's going to really be a good one for people that you want to try to spark that interest. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to go right into that. I'm probably going to stop the recording now, or I can just keep it going and people can listen. I'll just keep it going. So people can see how we do the Invite Power Hour if they want to listen in and continue to watch the recording. That's great. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to move right into that. So first, before I move on, did anybody have any questions? Patty, did you want to share any tips or anything? I tried to cover as much as I could. I forget some of your gems that usually show up in a Power Hour. Anybody?
No, I was just gonna say, don't discount the value of the groups. I mean, it depends. If you're building on Instagram, this doesn't work. But if you're building on Facebook, the interest groups are amazing. Like I've got so many VIPs and market partners out of belonging to groups of things that I'm interested in. So figure out what you're interested in and find some. I actually, while we were talking, I just joined a group for people who use planners. No, I'm not kidding you. We just got a planner. My daughter sent it to me from the States. And I thought, I wonder if there's groups for this. Yeah, there's groups for everything. So, I just, whatever. But awesome. I mean, it's definitely, if you like Facebook and you build on Facebook, it's an easy way to find people who have similar interests, who are not just the recommended 5 that you always like, that you're getting the recommended friends list, because you don't know if you have something in common with them.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so we're going to move on to the, I really appreciate that, Patty, by the way. We're going to move on to the Invite Power Mini. And it's basically like this, guys. We've got an opportunity call coming up tomorrow with Suzette Andrews. One of the OGs from Monate, started back in, was it January, I think, of 2015? So this is like a long time ago, right? Cadillac earner, original founder. She's been in the business a while, and she's just an amazing spirit. I think that will really resonate with so many people. So I'm kind of excited to hear her story myself. And I got little snippets of her story anyways when I met her. So that's awesome. So what we're going to do, in the approach we take inside of these mini, what do I call them? Power minis, is that we are basically going to do a very simple script. It talks about inviting people, and it just throws out this simple script. And I'll just throw it out there real quick in the chat so you can just copy and paste. I got to do the right one for Tuesday. Okay, there it is. Okay, and it basically says, would you like to be in on my free raffle Tuesday night? And we send 2 pictures. And what we're giving away on Tuesday night is a makeup vanishing balm and a essence. So we're giving away the essence and a makeup vanishing balm. And I've got some pictures I'll just post in Rockstars real quick in a second. And that's the script we're going to use. We're basically going to reach out and say, guys, would you like to be in my free raffle on Tuesday night? And you're going to send the 2 pictures. When they say yes, and you're going to spam this to everybody who's active on Messenger. You're getting all those unfollow people. You're getting all those people who have maybe said no or not now, just happen to be online. You know what I mean? And you're going to go through everybody in Messenger, find out who's active, get past some of the Monate people, and find those people that are active without, and you're just going to message them. And this is a little spammy, but people don't hate spam where you say, hey, do you want a free gift? You know what I mean? And so after that, you explain. If they say yes, all you have to do is tune in our Zoom call tomorrow. It's at this time. It's 20 to 25 minutes long. You'll learn more about what I do and the products, and who knows, you might spark some interest. Either way, you'll be in for the draw for the free product. Let me know if that time works. Great question. It feels like a question you have to answer, so you get responses. And then when they say yes, you're gonna let them know, you're gonna send them the link, and you'll tell them you're gonna send them a reminder 15 minutes to 30 minutes before. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it together as a team. So please just start inviting. We've got to take advantage of these. Get your unfollows in there. Get your friends that you don't connect with all the time in there, and give them a chance to win free product. Because if they win it, you got a great chance of converting them into a customer at least. And if not, you got a great chance of them hearing something that they haven't heard before, or maybe they've heard it, but from somebody new that just connects with them in the way that they needed it. Okay, so I'm gonna mute real quick. I'm gonna go grab those pictures, post them in Rockstars, and then you'll see it in there, and you can post those too. So I just put it in Rockstars. It's the Make a Vanishing Bomb. I put it on the post for the opportunity call. So the link will be right there. I'll post the link for the opportunity call in here as well. And the Miracle Water Essence. And so that's in there as well with a little description to tell them people what it is. And here is, I'll post this as well. That's the link to the invite. So please just continue to invite your people on that are active on your messenger right now, guys. Or whatever messaging app you use. There's definitely an active across the board somewhere.